Bringing history to life, the Minnesota Military Museum hosted an event last week, allowing their guests to get a first-hand experience of history. As our Scott Sheehan tells us, the History After Hours event featured military arms, supplies, and reenactors from as far back as the Civil War.
Guns, bandages, reenactors, and meals ready to eat. Camp Ripley's Minnesota Museum brought it all out from behind the glass cases to show off last week during their History After Hours event.
Most museums don't allow people to handle, any of the artifacts. And the nice thing about this event, there was a good opportunity for people to actually handle each firearm and look in the sight of a mortar and look down the sight of a rocket-propelled grenade launcher.
Not only did the museum allow their guests to interact with their artifacts, but they also made sure each piece had a story, and they used reenactors to help bring the history to life.
I'm retired military. I collect military. I just enjoy it. I enjoy talking about guns. I enjoy showing guns. It's history, and it's interesting and fun.
The one thing I've learned since I've been around here is that it's not just the artifact, because an artifact is just an artifact unless you have the story behind it.
They even allowed guests to sample a soldier's meal ready to eat.
I've learned how these taste, which it's not as bad as maybe everyone would think, although after eating for a while they probably get a little bland and boring.
The museum said teaching history is important for everyone, not just for the history buffs. A good understanding of history can prevent us from repeating some of our worst mistakes.
It's world history. Mankind has to learn by its mistakes. World War I, Germany lost 3-4 million men. France lost that many. It's important not to do that again.
The Minnesota Military Museum is teaching their history 7 days a week at Camp Ripley. Scott Sheehan, Lakeland News.
The History After Hours event was the second of a 4-part history event program around Little Falls.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.